All right. One sec, guys. I'm trying to set up Twitch as well right now. Give me one sec. I mean, it should work. Like that. Okay. What about now? Yo, what's up? I'm on Twitch. We're trying out like some new stuff, but right now I'm trying to set up the Twitch stream as well. Right now only YouTube is working. Able to connect the stream. One sec, one sec. And it's bound to happen on the first stream, right? Okay, this here. Okay, now it's working for whatever reason. Finally. All right. We should be good. Okay. One sec, guys. I'm about to read what you guys are saying. All right. Yo, what's up, Teach? How are you doing, bro? So, managed to get everything to work properly thanks to Steel, who actually helped me as well. But let's do this. Okay. I mean, it's the first one, so guys, if there's like any audio issues or like if there's something that's not like showing up properly or anything really, since it's the first dual stream I'm doing, like there's bound to be like mistakes or like bugs or something that I wasn't expecting to happen, right? So if you guys see anything that shouldn't happen, just say it. Yeah, Teach, the reason why Steel and I decided to invade you guys last night was because Steel was helping me setting this up. And once we were done, like we were just talking and watching your stream at the same time, and we were like, you know what, might as well try to get a co-invasion in there. You're literally setting this up. Yo, what's up, Vale? Vale, can you hear me? Can you hear me fine? You can? Alright, thank you. Yo, Moaz, thanks for the resub for 27, bro. Really appreciate that. Man, I've been holding on to doing this for quite some time, honestly. But I mean, it's due really. Not really a matter of like, do I want to do it or not? It's more a matter of like, I'm leaving money on the table if I don't do that. At least that's what I've been told. We'll see. Why did you wait this long? Well, to be honest, I didn't want to multi-stream. Well, at first it was actually like complicated. Now more people are doing it, so it's more streamlined. It's not as easy as like just pressing a button to do it. Okay, well, let's get going, guys. It's funny because if you look on the YouTube channel, like I actually have like YouTube live streams from years ago, like even back when I was playing Rainbow Six. He sees YouTube users as lesser beings. That's absolutely correct. Ah, fuck. Oh, great, this fucking place. There's another guy back there. Be careful. Why is that didn't hit me? Yeah, there's already 3 of them in the caster. We're not gonna overextend too much. We're also gonna pull out the ES right away. We want to be able to deal with that shield. I have a plan, but it's gonna take a little bit of time to set up. Go. Not how I wanted it to happen, but we take it. Which one is censored more, YouTube or Twitch? Oh, definitely YouTube, that's for sure. Poor host got greedy. I mean, to be fair, he played that well, you know, like having the that fully charged attack there. Definitely like one of the better options. I could have died by just falling off. What happened to the commentary video? Well, sadly enough for the commentary vids, it was actually less popular than the usual daily slop, or about as popular, so it wasn't really worth it, unfortunately. Because it's a lot more effort, takes a lot more work to get these out. Love the YouTube thumbnail for the live. I just made it like fucking... It took me 2 minutes. I made it like 5 minutes before streaming. The classic. Using iTunes? No, I'm using some GitHub plugin that Steel sent me. And for the dual chat, I'm using a really cool app, actually. I'm using an app that doesn't require you to log in into your Twitch or YouTube in order to display the chat, which is really nice, honestly. And I mean, so far, I'm not seeing the screen right now, but You guys can tell me if the overlay chat on screen looks nice. I think it does. I tested it yesterday and it seemed to be working quite well. Just use JChat, but you don't think it does both? I mean, it is kind of tedious to set up. Like, right now, like, if I compare the setup I had to do, like, for this stream versus what I usually do, like, basically before I go live, I usually just have to, like, change my Twitch title, like, put the game and, you know, call it a day. But, like, right now I have to set some specific things up just for that YouTube stream. So, I mean, I'm sure I'm gonna get used to it, but it's a different process. You 125 or 139? I've always been 125. Like, I don't invade at 139. There's probably, like, you can probably count on one hand the amount of time I've been 139 in this game. And it was just for the sake of, like, trying it out, see if the activity changes in any way. But I'm always 125. Pretty much one of the only content creators stuck at 125 from start to finish since this game came out. I think, like, maybe 95% of my stream have been at 125. The other 5% is either, like, going to max level, going to low level, like 150. People live stream on Twitter. Well, I'm considering, like, live streaming on as many platforms as possible, in the meaning, like, as many platform as it makes sense to stream on. Like, if it generates like more revenue, I'm open to it. If it's feasible, also. Like, I was thinking of Bilibili, the Chinese YouTube. You know, I could I could learn a few Chinese words and and develop some presence in the Chinese community. Get that foreign money. But it seems like a lot more trouble, though. I think you need, like, a Chinese phone number, something like that. OnlyFans stream soon? Yeah, probably. But I hit that. I actually did hit that. Holy shit. This is bad. But I spaced that, but I didn't. Yeah, okay. This guy is an alien. Okay, well, that complicates things because we can't really do shit here. Let's just heal up normally. Okay, so the Phantom is basically, like, unhittable. I think we're gonna change strat, though. I think we're gonna go with this. I have to pick my shots because that Phantom is basically like taking hits like a few seconds late, so it's almost impossible to engage him. It's actually very inconsistent. Sometimes he takes it right away, sometimes he doesn't. Oh, for the health apparently. This is insane. This is like some of the worst net I've seen in like a long ass time. Like that, like what the fuck? Yes! I fucking hate that! No fucking way. Oh my god, dude, like what is wrong with these people? Jesus Christ. Okay, actually change of plan. I have an idea. Go with that. Please, please. Jesus, dude. This is crazy. I think he's dead. Jesus, man. That is the worst net I've seen in probably like good months at least. Jesus Christ. You invaded your Bilibili audience? For real though. I mean, we made all the correct plays, like, you know, going for the dueling shield on a connection like that is the right way to do it, because they can't... I mean, if the connection is the same for both sides, they can't take that riposte, so... I think there's a Chinese Oro and Peeve on Bilibili. How does the donation system work on YouTube? I have no idea, honestly. I don't even know. I'm gonna figure that out as I go along. By the way, I've seen this this new game that you told me about on Gone, like Painted Grill, Fallen of Avalon, something like that. It actually looks interesting. I might buy it and try it. Oh, got a friend. Bubble? Waiting to see if it's good or not. I mean, there's plenty of reviews out there, even though the game comes out, like, I think tomorrow or something like that. So I don't know what it's about. I think there must have been, like, a beta or something. But I mean, we also have Nightreign that's like just around the corner here. It's like coming out next week, so I'm not really expecting Nightreign to be like that popular for the channel, but it's gonna be a nice little change of pace for at least a week. Yo, Brian, thank you so much for the man, I don't know what it's called, but thanks for the donation, the YouTube donation. Really appreciate that, man. Very kind of you, dude. I don't know what they're called, but thanks a lot, man. Are you getting a Switch 2 for the Miyazaki Tarkov? Probably not, because that game, Duskblood, is probably going to be 30 FPS. Like, everything so far indicates that it's going to be 30 FPS. Best case scenario, like an unlocked frame rate that reaches like around the 40 FPS docked or something like that. That's like the best case scenario. I mean, I could be wrong. I'd love to be proven otherwise and that the game runs at like steady 60, but if the game is at 30 FPS, I don't think I'm getting it. Because, you know, getting a whole platform, a whole console just to play a 30 FPS game, I'm just past that point now. It just doesn't really appeal to me. FPS is one thing, but the fact that no one's gonna plug the cable and it's a handheld console, yeah, like everyone being on Wi-Fi, like Duskblood could be like the biggest mess like possible. I mean, the existence of Duskblood doesn't really make sense when you think about it, because like Nintendo is really like a platform for like, I mean, it's a casual platform. Like, you know, Nintendo systems are usually for kids, let's be honest. And FromSoftware games are not really games for kids, that's one. And I mean, Nintendo platforms are certainly not platforms that are known for being like online platforms. So like having a PvP dedicated FromSoftware game, FromSoftware who doesn't usually make PvP games, on a platform where they usually don't really publish much or don't have a strong presence or a strong fan base, doing a genre of game that is very niche, like all of that doesn't really make sense when you think about it. That desync's scary. Too far. Okay, hold this one. And draw the other way. Did not mean to do that. We're being very careful here. We have to be careful as well. Oh boy, what are we doing here? It's a shame though, like about Duskblood, because like on one hand, a lot of us were waiting for that to happen, like a dedicated like FromSoft PvP game with like Souls-like combat. We're actually getting it. But we're getting it with subpar FPS on a platform that most people are not gonna be playing on, which is very unfortunate. I'm hoping that it comes out like at a later date on other platforms, like as a time exclusive, you know what I mean? Also, Gogo, thanks for the resub for 53, bro. Thank you so much. Thanks for still being here. Yeah, let's have some fun. That's one down. Yeah, that was the host. By the description, Duskblood sounds cool, but yeah. You're already getting a Switch 2? Why are you getting a Switch 2? Like, which game that... which game are you planning to be playing on Switch 2, though? This is the first YouTube stream? Well, it's the first in 6 years, so yeah, it makes sense that it's the first one that you catch. Mario Kart? Yeah, the $100 Mario Kart. Alright, are they up or are they down? I think they're up, but I have to double check just to make sure. People willing to pay $100 for a mobile game is terrifying. I mean, Nintendo owns a lot of IPs that people like, so... I don't like this. Like, guys around the corner, like, fairly close. I need to change some things for this this character here. Okay, let's go up. No way. You guys see that? They're right there. Oh, that's so funny. that a teammate? It is. All right. Let's go here just to see if we can get the indicator. Nope, we can't. Probably like under us here. Yeah, there they are. Insane. Insane backstab. Sorry, teammate, I blocked him there. Good BS. No, you don't. Well played, bro. That was well played. I mean, that dragon played well. That's how you're supposed to do it. And that jump like that, that's how you do it, really. That's how you get kills. I mean, it's very cheesy and doesn't take a lot of skills to do, but that's how you do it. Pretty fun to play dragon like that too, to be fair. Have you ever tried invading in Seamless? Well, originally I bought this game on PC, you know, at day one, like I bought the game on PC and I remember I was crashing every 10 minutes, so I gave up and then I bought the game on PlayStation and then I never touched the PC version again. And I mean, throughout the lifespan of Elden Ring, there has been like the 2-minute disconnect, like the micro skips and stutters that fucking online PC play has, at least vanilla. I mean, now with Seamless, it seems like everyone on Seamless having a better experience. It could be worth it to go there and try it at some point, but I just don't really care enough about this game to like set everything up, really. I mean, just right now, like, I'm doing an Oblivion playthrough, and obviously I bought the PC version, because you're never gonna buy a Bethesda game on console if you have the PC, that's for sure, because of the mods and everything. But, man, I'm so disappointed at how poorly the game runs on PC. Like, I'm actually loving the game, but very unfortunate, like, with all the stutters and the crashes. Like, I'm really hoping they patch a lot of that stuff out. It would be great. We're going places. I thought he would panic roll like he did every single time, but he's mixing it up. Alright, just kill him. Pretty sloppy by me, but usually with these sort of fights, I just kind of want to get it over with and just don't play very well. Even Kevin's have cheat engine open in Seamless, it's crazy. Did you say you did or are playing some sort of handheld device? Yeah, well, we're playing on Wii U right now, yeah. The Wii U version of the game. No, but I was looking forward to buy a Steam Deck at some point, but I think I'm a bit late for that now. Like, I'm sure there's like a newer version of it, like around the corner, with like some new tech. So I'll probably wait before like buying a Steam Deck. Also, right now, like, there's not really a game that I would play on that. Like, the reason why I'd be buying a Steam Deck right now would mostly be for playing modded Skyrim or Oblivion, really. So I'm not sure I'd get the best experience with the current current Steam Deck. You're joking now, but it's gonna be a reality soon? I know, it's pretty funny how we've been talking about Elden Ring on Wii U for fucking years, and we're actually getting Elden Ring on Switch too. Or, well, Elden Ring on Switch too, but also an exclusive FromSoftware game there too. Pretty crazy. You like Fallout? Yeah, I would definitely play Fallout there as well. I mean, I'm really looking forward to the Fallout 3 remaster. That I mean, that a Microsoft studio or a third-party studio from Microsoft is working on. For those of you who don't know, like, you know, with the Microsoft purchase of like ZeniMax, Activision, all that stuff, there were like court trials, and we got a look at some documents. Like, some documents were made public, and that's how we knew that Oblivion Remaster was going to come out. And a Fallout 3 Remaster was also on that document. I'm looking forward to that. I really enjoyed Fallout 3. I haven't played it in years, though, so I'm probably not going to remember anything, but I do remember that it had my favorite story out of all the... or my favorite quests out of all the Fallout games that I've played. I played Fallout 3, New Vegas, and Fallout 4. I think Fallout 4 is still my favorite, just because it's, quite frankly, a lot more modern. Like, I really like the settlement building, for instance. Let's do that. Kind of a waste of an Estus here, but well. Questionable. We need to finish him, so let's just tank it. Is heavy rolling worth it? I want to tell you no, but honestly, if you have like BHS and you're fat rolling, as long as you have blue, you can definitely pull it off. Like for sure. I think we did a stream like that at some point, but I forgot how it went. Some crazy gimmick shield build. Honestly, like you need to roll like even with a shield. Like it's really like BHS that would make a fat rolling build viable. Came out of your cave to see if we were going to have a long spring. Yo, Mish, how you doing, man? But funnily enough, like I've been saying this for the past few streams, I'm more excited for the new armors that we're gonna get with the Tarnished edition than I'm excited for Nightreign. Because the new armors that are coming out for this game are actually, they look really nice. And fashion is something we're missing in this game, so nice to get some new armors. FromSoft does a good job with armor design overall. I mean, the artists that FromSoftware has are really, really good. I think my complaint about the fashion in this game is probably the art direction. They, you know, like we went over this multiple times, but it's like the instructions that were given to the artist was to make everything look weird. Wasn't it paid content? I mean, I think it's gonna be a free update, but making me wonder. Oh boy. Wow, I didn't expect the the other Ash point blank. Oh boy. 90% plus of armors are useless because they don't provide enough poise. Yeah, that's a balance problem, but yeah, I agree with you. And I mean, even if they did provide enough poise, the defense difference is also too massive to pass up on. It's not like in Bloodborne, right? Where in Bloodborne, like from one armor set to the other, the difference in damage was not really a big deal. So in Bloodborne, you could really go like for fashion without having to worry about like your fashion hindering your gameplay. Ooh, Shadow Keep. I actually really like this place. Oh, dude. Oh. Let's be careful here. He's gonna get shit on by PvE. I mean, you could see it from a mile, like... Like, the host was disregarding everything that was going on around him. I was reading the YouTube chat too. No, I was too focused on spamming spells. Or Lies of P where the fashion and defense are separate. I've never played it, but I mean that sounds like what we would want, right? Like, I think I've never really gotten into MMOs, but I think it's called like transmog in MMOs, right? Where you like put some stats of some gear onto like other gear. I think it's a fairly old concept. We got people fighting. Let's fight the host. He doesn't care. Yo, Scooby Shuffle, thanks for thanks for the donation, man. Thanks for the YouTube donation. Really appreciate that. What's the ideal ganking setup? Well, I think you're gonna be disappointed with my answer because just by the nature of ganking, there's honestly like you could be ganking with the exact same result with like a bunch of different setups. Like for instance, if you fight like 3 dragon build, right? Like on one hand, like the invader could get lucky by doing Ender and doing big damage on one, and that wouldn't happen with like 3 trusting sword. But like with 3 trusting sword, like maybe you're not gonna get like guaranteed killed in a corner like the 3 dragon bread. Do you see what I mean? But at the end of the day, like it doesn't even matter because like 3 people with a weapon, just all swinging in tandem. Whether it's range or not, like it just by the nature of the game, like you're pretty much fucked. So, like I'm gonna be completely honest, like it doesn't even matter all that much. There are some things that are a little more annoying to deal with, like for instance 3 dragon breaths. Or like whips. Whips are also pretty annoying, or bone bows, right? So I don't know if you notice a trend, but like range stuff is a little more difficult to approach. But on the other hand, you know, like if you separate one guy with any of those, like maybe you're gonna have more success. Transmogify is basically you use one piece of gear for stats that you're wearing and another piece of gear for its appearance. Oh, okay, that makes sense. What do you guys think? Do you think game would be better if we had that sort of system for Elden Ring? Where you have like one piece of gear for stats and one for appearance? And let's say I think there are like, you know, like there would be ways to make it so that you would see that someone is actually wearing quote unquote like heavy stats or poise stats. Like you could easily have like an icon, a number, or anything like that that could be apparent on your opponent. Like it doesn't need to be like hidden, right? Because like right now, like if you fight someone, you look at their armor, you know what type of player they are. You can even like have an idea of their skill level just by looking at them. You know how much defense and poise they're gonna have. Like you have a lot of information conveyed through their armor. And so with the different system, I mean, you get a completely different kind of relationship between armor and gameplay, because now armor doesn't convey anything, but there are ways to have it convey stuff. What's going on here? We fighting this guy. Great sword. Good BS. That was actually guaranteed because I rolled right away. Good BS. Playing well, actually. Didn't mean to do that. It's sloppy there. I feel he's gonna wear off before he is. Wow, he just tanked that. You had to quit because of the shitters on PC? Well, I understand. It's I'm gonna be real with you. Like, I would not be playing Elden Ring if it wasn't for the channel and my reliance on the revenue I generate with the streams and the videos. Like, I would not be playing this. I would probably still be streaming Oblivion though. Like right now, we're doing a blind playthrough because I've never played Oblivion in the past before the remaster. So we're doing a blind playthrough on master difficulty, permadeath. So if we die, like, we start over, and we have died a few times with some pretty deep playthroughs so far, and that I'm actually enjoying very much. But you know, Elden Ring is not it for me. So I would not be streaming Elden Ring today if it wasn't for the advantages that I get, like, revenue-wise. Wow, I'm surprised I reached that. Interesting. You restart the whole game? Yeah, I restart the whole game. And right now, like, The worst part about it is that, I mean, the good part is, like, it's actually very hard on master difficulty because, like, you do no damage. Like, you actually do no damage. So figuring out how to do damage is something that, okay, like, we done that. So now we have, like, some sort of a blueprint on how we need to approach, like, our start of the game in order to be able to do damage. But it involves, like, you know, like, power leveling, like, your magic stats to 100. But, like, there's a lot of grinding that you'd have to do, or actually that you have to do because we've already done it a few times, to get your character ready. So it's even more painful when you die, knowing that you're gonna have to re-grind all that stuff. So it adds to the to what's at stake, so to speak, right? I'm gonna safely drink here since they're casters. We trade that. This guy had 0 HP, like, what the hell? You still like FromSoft, though? Are you looking forward to new releases from them? Well, it's a love-hate relationship, really, because on one hand, if any other studio out there, like, had the presence of mind and know-how to recreate what FromSoftware is doing, but without, like, some of the blatant flaws that we have, like, for PvP, I would be the first one to board ship with FromSoft and jump on the new studio that does it better. On the other hand, FromSoft is the only one that does it in a remotely good way. Like, you know, I know people like Lives of P, and, you know, you got Lords of the Fallen devs who are, you know, doing their best to, like, do right by the community, but let's be honest here, like, none of those studios are close to FromSoft yet. So until that happens, the game we're looking forward to the most are FromSoftware games, really. Ruby Shuffle, thank you so much for the donation again, man. I really appreciate that. Thanks a lot, dude. Does you have excess cash? You're an IT professional, system and administrator engineers. Do you have nothing better to do? Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'd love to learn that, and so we can trade jobs. But you don't want mine, I'm telling you right now. But, you know, on a more positive note, I love software. Like, I love learning software. Learned a lot of software over the years. You know, more like, you know, artistic software. But, like, I was learning Unreal Engine a few months ago. Like, now we're in a good place with Unreal. Learning Blender was pretty difficult. Working with Blender as well. Right now I'm learning Substance Painter. With all, you know, artistic softwares, but it's a lot of fun to learn, and that's something that I enjoy doing, you know, outside of streaming. Also, Matador, thanks for the bits, bro. Really appreciate. You really don't want to install something just to see chat. Yeah, I feel that, Vale. It's unfortunate because, Vale, I found a website. I found a website, I'm going to link it to you, that basically, like, you just enter your username for whatever platform and it just aggregates all your chat. But it doesn't have YouTube yet. It has, like, Twitch, Kick, TikTok, or something like that. But YouTube is, like, coming soon. Which is very unfortunate because that would be, like, the perfect application to, like, join chat, because it just joins the chat and then you just enter the browser URL into your OBS and just be done with it. One gank squad's enough, yeah. Thanks again, by the way, Scooby. Really appreciate, man. You downloaded something for your chat? Yeah, it's an application. I downloaded an application. You know, I scanned it. I ran it through an AI, like, to ask it if it had, like, anything. You know, that, like, you can actually, like, enter or, like, feed an AI any domain and ask it to do, like, a research around the like a background check over X or Y website, and it actually helps really to iron out like risky websites or risky applications, like other than just downloading it and then like dropping it into VirusTotal. Like if you guys ever wonder if something is safe or not, like a background check, just feed a website link to an AI, and it will help greatly, because it's going to check like over the web if there has been complaint about it, you know, if the certificate is good, you know, that sort of stuff. Demon Souls on all platform might boost the PvP big time on that game. Wait, Demon Souls on all platform? What do you mean by that? Also, we need to respawn here. Also, Brian, thanks a lot, dude. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much for that donation, man. This map is painful because you never ever spawn at a spot where you can actually find the people you're looking for. And if you do, it's once in a blue moon. Well, guess that's how it goes. Yo, Polite Demon, thank you so much for the donation. Man, you guys are so generous. Like, seriously, thank you so much. Thanks, Polite Demon. Very, very polite of you. But Brian, like, please elaborate though. Like, don't, you know, Demon Souls on all platform might boost. Oh, okay, you mean if Demon Souls was on all platform instead of just PS5. I see what you mean. I thought you meant like there was a Demon Souls coming out on all platform, or like a Switch version of Demon Souls was coming. I don't know how I got to that, but that's what I got. But yeah, I see what you mean. I don't know, man. I feel like Demon Souls launched in the worst environment because I mean, I'm sure you guys remember on PlayStation when it came out, you couldn't get a console if you wanted one. Like the manufacturing of that console, the scalpers, everything was going against it. So there was very little people that could get their hands on the PS5. And so the fact that Demon Souls came out at launch of the PS5 as an exclusive, it meant that the population for Demon Souls when it came out was very, very small compared to what it should have been. Also, Chow, thanks for the donation, man. Really appreciate. Thank you so much, dude. Your degree in computer science, you used to be a game dev? Oh shit, and you have over 5 years of experience in the gaming industry with Unreal and Unity. You have another YouTube channel where you post your devlogs? Bro, like, I am for sure going to look at it. Dude. Yeah, because I am learning game dev, like, on my own right now, basically. I mean, I majored as a, I have a pretty useless major, but I major in 2D animation, traditional 2D animation, you know, with light under the table and doing slave work. It's a very tough job, but I'm interested in game dev, but obviously more about the artistic side. I am, however, really good at sculpting, like whether it's real play sculpting or within software. That's definitely like probably my biggest strength. I should probably do a sculpting stream at some point. But that's really cool, dude. Like, seriously, like, you know, just by curiosity, why did you move from game dev to IT, or like, let's say, like, you know, like other branches? Was it really just because of the benefits? Or was it because, like, the job was not as fun as, or you thought something else somewhere else was more appealing? Your YouTubes are Cryfall Production and Rogue Sector. All right, let me just copy that so I don't. I'm gonna look it up after the stream. But yeah, thanks for that. I appreciate that. I'm gonna look it up. Okay. Game dev was the most stressful job you've ever had. Oh man, why am I not surprised, dude? That is so funny. God fucking damn it, man. That's so funny. I mean, I believe it. I believe it, especially in a studio. That is pretty funny. It's funny because you know, you're not the only one that I've met who told me that. Like, I've met someone who worked at Ubisoft like not so long ago, and he was like, you know, I'm glad that I quit. Like, I really wanted to leave for a long time. Oh boy, Ubisoft, yeah. It's unfortunate, man. Ubisoft used to be, Ubisoft, like, people have a hard time believing that, but Ubisoft, like, if you rewind back, like, a few years, like, they had some amazing games, like, back when they were making, like, Rainbow Six Vegas, Rainbow Six Vegas 2, like, the Splinter Cells, fucking, the original, fuck, what's it called, Prince of Persia, you know, like, Rayman. Like, Ubisoft used to have, like, really good stuff. But, I mean, obviously now it's... Poor guy. I feel bad. Alright, let's kill him anyway. Sorry, Chris. You do be like that. Did you play Siege? I mean, I tried it, but... I mean, if you know my background with Rainbow Six, like, this whole channel, like, if you rewind the channel to, like, the very first vids... Actually, I think the first vids on this channel are Armored Core, but... Like, originally, like, I started doing this whole YouTube thing because, I was a Rainbow Six Vegas 2 pro player, and I've even got some championships under my belt, and... Like, we were really looking forward to the next Rainbow Six game. And back then, the next Rainbow Six game was supposed to be Rainbow Six Patriot. That game got canned, and eventually, like, years later, they came out with Siege. But Siege was nothing like Vegas, and, like, the gameplay changed completely. Like, the game, like, let's put it that way. Rainbow Six Vegas 2, the Las Vegas before Siege, looked a lot more... like Counter-Strike, and Siege is a lot closer to fucking Call of Duty, like, by comparison. So you can see the difference there. Like, Counter-Strike having a very big emphasis on headshot, pre-firing, that sort of stuff, which Siege still has, but the aim-down sight, more similar to, like, Call of Duty, whereas, let me just focus here. Whereas in, I hate my input there. Yeah, let me just focus on that. Fucking just talking, and then not paying attention to what I'm doing. Okay, for this one, let's actually go with that. Sometimes when you're fighting Colossals, it's good to also have a Colossal yourself. Just because you can pressure them more. Alright, now I forgot what I was saying before the invasion, as usual. Yo, Clevy, thanks for the resub for 30, bro. Welcome back, man. Really appreciate. Also, I think a big bonus of streaming on YouTube that I didn't consider before is it might help my my bad rep that I have on YouTube, you know? Like on Twitch, like I've been streaming on Twitch for so long now, like people know like how I am and everything. But like people on YouTube have this impression that I'm like the fucking devil himself, which is kind of funny, but at the same time, maybe it doesn't, you know, maybe it doesn't really help me. But I mean, if I just do YouTube streams for a while, I mean, you guys see that I'm like the most fucking normal person that there is. You've been moving between software positions in IT for a long time, been studying networking and server domain management on the side, so you're well versed in software development in IT. Are you familiar with networking in the context of like game making? And what I mean by that is like right now, like I was trying to figure out what with a friend of mine, like how exactly FromSoftware handled like their peer-to-peer, like because you know they do their peer-to-peer, like it feels like you have to authenticate, or like how should I put it, each player like sends information to each other and everyone has to validate each other. But like for instance in Unreal, it's really just like one host and everyone else is a client, and like the host has authority over everyone else. But we don't know like if in FromSoftware games, like let's say if the world is just completely local, like how are the enemies handled? Like do you have to send enemy information over the network, or like I'm not sure how that stuff actually plays out and like how they do it in FromSoftware game. Like we know, like for instance, that when you're hitting someone in multiplayer, like for the hit to be sent to the other person, you have to hit them on your screen. Then that information, like I hit you, is sent to them, and then it needs to get validated by the other player. Like, okay, did I get hit, or basically was I in iframe when I got hit? So basically that's the whole reason why you get like people that can have like infinite iframes when they're rolling and on their high lat, because by the time that check goes through the other person, like the iframes start to overlap. That's one thing that we know how it works with like with the way like latency is handled and hit registration is handled between two players. But I'd be very curious to know like how it's handled when it comes to the PvE, for instance. Like what kind of information do they send over the network? Like the position of the player, yeah, okay, that's fair. But what, like how does it work with the PvE though? Like is it only locally on the host side? It must not be, because if you guys ever done co-op in these games, like unless the connection is really, really, really bad, like you don't really feel a delay when you hit the PvE like you do in a game like Lords of the Fallen, for instance, where Lords of the Fallen clearly uses a host that has authority over the other clients. You have an answer, but you have to break it down every aspect in a voice chat with very long paragraphs. Well, thanks for the donation again, though. But I'd actually be curious to hear it, though. You feel a pretty similar delay in PvE when trying to parry bosses. But what do you mean when you try to parry bosses? You mean like in co-op? You heard that PvE is having land ping to the player who they locked on. Oh, they locked onto in Souls. Oh, that's actually, dude, on Gone. That's actually kind of brilliant. That's very interesting. So what the enemy locks onto kind of defines how the information is handled over the network. Dude, that would actually make sense. That's very interesting. Oh, I don't know if you guys saw that. I just got a black screen. Sometimes that happens, like like sometimes I don't know what's the issue with that, but like sometimes my screen just goes black for a second. I think it has something to do with my HDMI port. Did you know that they just announced an Elden Ring movie? Yo, Luke, thanks for the donation, man. Really appreciate that. No, I did not know. Was not aware of that. Depending on how the movie is made and who's making it, maybe it could be interesting, but I'm gonna be honest with you, like, I've been so disappointed with movies in the recent years that I don't really care all that much about movies anymore. I used to watch a ton of movies, like, you know, I used to really enjoy, like, the Indiana Jones, like, the OG Indiana Jones, not the new stuff. Same thing with the OG Star Wars, the Back to the Future, OG Lord of the Ring. Like, you know, I used to really enjoy these sort of movies, but like, when it comes to, like, stuff like Disney, like, kills everything it touches, been very disappointed. Ooh, unexpected parry. I don't think he can parry me though. I've been very disappointed with movies over the recent years. But who knows? Maybe maybe it could be good. Like, for instance, they had the Cyberpunk anime that they made recently, but it was handled by a Japanese studio, though. Obviously, you know, anime Japanese studio, but it was really good. Like, the Cyberpunk anime was really freaking good. You have a Discord, you can spread the message to me? Yeah, I do, actually. Let me grab the Discord. I think the best way you can reach me on Discord is... one sec. Best way you can reach me on Discord is join my Discord and then, like, just click on my name to send a direct message from there. One sec, I'll send the link. I mean, the link is, like, under every fucking vid that I've ever published, but I'm gonna send it to you right now. Okay, let's see here. There it is. If anyone wants to join that Discord, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't really interact with Discord anymore. I used to back in Dark Souls 3, like, it used to be like a place where I was like looking at my Discord as like a place where people can learn PvP, but I kind of left it alone. Like, at some point, it's very time consuming and you don't really get a lot out of that. Would prefer Elden Ring TV series or an Elden Ring anime, you know, from a Japanese studio. Why not? Elden Ring has set the bar so low. Do you think From's next Souls game will... Oh man, getting black screens again. One second. I think we could fix that. Dude, I'm getting black screen again. Like, this is bad. This is really bad. We can't have that happen mid-invasion. Also, oh my god, it's actually happening again. Oh boy. It's like, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's like turning black for a second and then... Dude, hopefully it doesn't... If it happens like now, like, I'm gonna be fucked. Oh my god, it's happening again. Insane. Dude. I want to fight this, but honestly, like, I'm gonna have to, like, probably stop and, like, try to fix it. I'm not gonna have time to though. Let's back up for now, because I really need to fix it because it keeps switching to black screen. 1 sec. Hopefully that fixes it. Have you changed your cables already? Nope. But, I mean, after today, I probably will. Hopefully that doesn't do it again. I mean, we didn't really lose much when it comes to invasion. Like, it was just some shitters in an empty world, which, you know, we would probably lose that, to be fair, but it gives us a a good excuse to not have to fucking be frustrated about just getting 2v1 in an empty world with nothing. Do you think the next FromSoftware game will be better quality? I don't know, dude. I have no idea. I feel like Elden Ring didn't do everything all that bad. Like, Elden Ring improved on a lot of aspects. It's just that, you know, it's always the same story with FromSoft. Like, I'm basically a broken record. It's like they do a lot of things well, and then they really miss on some simple things, likely because they don't play their own game. Like, to me, the biggest problem with Elden Ring is the player limit. Like, if you look at what we had with Dark Souls 3, we really had something unique because I think they call it emergent gameplay. We had, like, emergent gameplay when it came to the invasions in Dark Souls 3, right? So what would happen is you'd have two demographics of people, the people that were looking for a challenge, and then you had the bullies. And so you fed the bullies with an activity where they just bullied people, the gankers. And then you had the people that were looking for a challenge, you fed them an activity where they had to face the bullies. But even though the odds were stacked against the invader, it was still doable because these invasions, at least in the spot where we did you know, at least in the ganking hotspots, you know, Pontiff and Ring City and the forest, the player limit was higher. So you'd basically have to face either a 3v2 or a 4v2. It was not a 3v1. And the big difference between, let's say, a 3v2 and a 3v1 is that the way it works is you have two people fighting against the three people. So what happens is when you separate, it's going to be a one-on-one, like one invader versus one ganker, and then two gankers versus one invader. And so the job here is very, like, the blueprint is simple. For the two invaders, the one that's fighting one ganker needs to win his fight, and the invader that is fighting two gankers needs to survive. So the blueprint was always like this in Dark Souls 3, and that's what made it a little more fair. Whereas here in Elden Ring, if you're fighting gankers that just want to win with three people, you really don't, you can't really do much, because outplaying three people was already something that, like, outplaying two people was already something that was too much to ask for in previous games. I mean, you could do it, don't get me wrong, but, like, you have to get lucky to get it. To win against two players that are somewhat decent or, like, know a little bit of what they're doing. Like, the only reason why we're able to win invasions like this left and right is because the people that we're fighting are just not very good. Like, if you want to fight a good player, you're going to need to 1v1 them. Otherwise, it's going to be too difficult. Okay, what is it? Gugs? Oh, actually... try this. Good perfect block. What's crazy is he's basically like in 3-shot range. That's kind of sad. This game, dude. Oh, actually, I should not have done that. Because he's not physics, so... Okay, try to mix it up a little more. They mean to do that. Good roll catch. Had two good roll catches there. Yo, Metador, thanks for the bits again, bro. Really appreciate. What did you do, Vale? By the way, Vale, you can like if you're grabbing the YouTube chat source directly from YouTube, you can actually put a chroma key filter on your YouTube source to make it transparent with an OBS. But the only problem is that it stays there. That's the only thing that I wasn't able to do like without a third party, is to have the YouTube chat like disappear, like let's say after 20 seconds. But I mean now I just use a third party and it just does everything properly. Like the chat overlay on screen seems good. Uh-oh. Here we go. Here we go. Now it's pick your poison. Do you resist the phantom or the host? Well, that's unfortunate. No way! He had no HP! That's fucked up, bro. He had no HP. Crazy. What the hell? You're using Social Stream Ninja and forced it to run through your old chat program. You got it to hide after a certain amount of time. Oh, yeah, I saw the Social Stream Ninja thing. Wait, I think that's what I think that's what I'm using, by the way. I think that's the application I'm using. Why not try Great Cat more often? I mean, I can. Usually though, like I've learned over time that there's a few weapons that give me a much higher win rate. Well, when you're fighting against ultras though, gotta go ultra. Or you don't have to, but it's better that way. You should drink your physic though. Good roll catch. All the other ones weren't open source, so it makes sense. Yeah, that's why I picked it, man. You know, I know you and I are always like, you know, concerned about like fucking security. I mean, for obvious reasons, but we get some Ragnar the Red music rotation. That great club damage, yeah, it's pretty damn high. You don't have to look at your other monitor to read chat. Oh, so you're making like an overlay, like, because you're on PC. I see. Maybe that would get me to read chat more if I could do something like that instead of like looking like my my other screen. If it was like on top of the game, I'd probably read chat more. First time attending a stream because you didn't want to go on Twitch. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people have asked me to stream on YouTube. And so here we are. Eventually, I finally have done it. Thanks to Steel, like, shout out to Steel, he's the one who helped me set up everything. He hooked me up with, like, the right plugins, and he actually walked me through everything himself, like as as tech support. Very kind of him. By the way, if you guys have watched like Steel's vid today, where like we invade together, like the context of us invading together was basically because he helped me set this up, and then we were just watching some stream together after that. So we just invaded together and played together a little bit. Where's the great cat that was requested? Alright, let's do this. A little too early here. Didn't want to get hit by that. Oh, we got him punched. Whoa, panic roll. You want more great cat? Yo, baby turtle, how are you doing, bro? Red Cat gameplay is rare. Yeah, I don't really use it often. Even though it's really good, it does good damage. I think the reason why I don't use it is because I know Rakshasa is just better. And I'm like, you know, if I use Great Cat, might as well be on Dex, but I don't really switch build much anymore. Wait, it's the... Is that the same people we just encountered? Oh, the PvE is gonna be a problem. Wow. He did no damage. Okay, never mind. Insane game. I deserved that. That was too risky. Uh-oh. This is dangerous. We need to play this the smart way here. Come on. That's bad.
Hey!
Yo, camera. And with the NPC being practically immortal, I'll take it. This is a pretty bad spot to invade. You're basically stuck there at the mercy of whatever they're doing. Dude, oh, I thought for a second that we got a boss invasion. Unfortunately, no. I don't know if it's gonna reach. Slightly not. Little too high. Okay, well, I don't know what the host was doing. If like he was waiting for something, but I don't know what. Maybe he was waiting for 3 summons. I don't know. I've been tweaking my inventory a little bit. Like, I've been adding like two hefty ranker pots and 2 hefty rot pots to my arsenal. Just because sometimes like having these is really handy. I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep it at 2 like that. Maybe 1 of each could be enough because the big rock pots are still the most useful in invasions. By the way, if you're wondering like which big pots are the best, it's the madness one, because you can like proc like madness in like 3 or 4 pots, and obviously though, depending on your build, some other pots might do more damage, but they also like knock back. So like if you can manage to squeak in like some damage with those on your build or whatever, like if your build is like a mix of stats that's not that bad with the madness spots, the hefty madness spots are the best. Yeah, Nightreign is coming out like about next week. I'm hoping it's going to be fun. You know, my expectations are very low. Like, we've played the network test. Network test was fun enough. It was already repetitive, though, for the network test. And I know it's just a network test, but, like, genuinely, like, from what I've seen so far, I don't think the game is going to be, like, one of those, like, content-rich game. But that being said, I'm happy to have a nice little change of pace. So, it'll be fun for a bit. I'm probably going to play with Steel. Okay, here it's going to be a lot of running around while we get chased by rankers. Raptor Stalin still doing work, even if it's on strength. You don't get the point of Nightreign outside the extra cash? Well, I think one thing about FromSoft is they seem to, like, I don't know that, but they seem to be, like, taking pride into, like, not just making one style of game. And I think this is, like, their attempt at, like, somewhat of a mix-up, a departure from what they usually make. That's the feeling I'm getting. Obviously, though, you know, I don't know what they're thinking or doing, but I think that's what it's about. It's a good way to leverage what they already have, like you said, for profit, while also achieving like some variety in their repertoire of games. I like, you know, don't get me wrong, like, I really like the idea of FromSoftware making a roguelike. I just wish that it was, they had put, like, let's say a little more resources into Nightreign than what they have, because let's be honest, Nightreign is basically like, it's just a recycled game. Like, there's not that much that's like original when it comes to Nightreign. Like, they're just recycling, whether it be assets, mechanics, you name it, and it's fine to do it, but there's a way to do it that makes it like more unique, and a way to do it that's basically like asset flipping. Like, for instance, look at the enemies in Elden Ring. A lot of enemies in Elden Ring are like enemies from other games. Like, for instance, the skeletons are still using Dark Souls 1 skeleton animation. Does it feel like it's asset flipping Dark Souls 1? No, it doesn't, because it has a bunch of new stuff put into it. The dragon, it's basically like the dragon is mostly Midir from Dark Souls 3. Does it feel like an asset flip? Well, not really, because Elden Ring is more than just dragon fights. Because the dragons are like kind of like one of the mini fights. When it comes to Nightreign, Nightreign is not even trying to be anything that's original. It's just embracing what FromSoftware has, which is fine. But what I'm saying is I just wish that they went for a little more resources into that project, make it a little more unique, you know, with its own like its own flair, really. But I mean, you know, anyone can say whatever they want. Like, that's just like, I would not even call it criticism. It's more like personal preferences at this point. One thing that's a criticism, in my opinion, is that with Nightreign, they're reusing all these assets, yet they're not making you like, or letting you customize the appearance of your character. Like, could you imagine all the armors that they've been creating to this day in all the Souls game? And you're gonna be limited to skins, instead of being able to, like, you know, get your recluse or your wilder to like put on like any pieces of gear from any of the Souls game. Like, and you could be even setting up the game so that you acquire that through runs as reward. Like, there's so many ways to integrate all this content as reward to make it like more rewarding for the player to beat the game, beat the bosses, so on and so forth. But I feel like they missed on that. Like, it would have been nice if they added like armor customization to Nightreign, in my opinion. But again, some people don't mind it. Like, some people don't really care about their character appearance. Also, I'm saying that while I'm wearing some pretty damn ugly armor, but I still would prefer to rock some cool fashion if the game didn't penalize me that much for it. Which, on one hand, Nightreign is a good opportunity to let people, like, you know, use the fashion they want, because poise and defense and all that stuff doesn't need to have as much of an impact in a game like Nightreign. Whereas in Elden Ring, it's really part of like the RPG aspect. There's always ways around that, though. The speed is the problem. Well, let's just wait and see, though. Like, I mean, I say let's wait and see. I know the speed is going to trivialize some bosses, maybe except the night one, like the last ones, but for those of you who've seen my Nightreign vids, like, you know, like some of our first run, we carried like two poor, clueless casuals, like complete noobs. Let's not beat around the bush. Like, some complete noobs that were really fucking bad and kept on dying over and over and over and over again. And we carried them not because I was playing well, not because I was playing smart, not because I'm good. We carried them because you could just spam dodges and be immortal forever in Nightreign, and that's how we managed to carry these scrubs. And so we already know that Nightreign just isn't it when it comes to like execution. But, you know, a lot of people don't like when I say that, because like, you also have to understand, like, in the grand scheme of things. One sec. Little finger out there. Oh, really? We missed that. Come on. We cannot be too aggro here. Have to respect the range attacks. Oh my god, we missed that. Okay, apparently that reaches pretty far. Oh, no hit there. Yo, we both thought he was dead. Well, he is now. Let's not be too careless here. That was not intentional. Yo, I don't have enough points to tank it. That was not the play here. If he's gonna heal, let's heal. I was not gonna heal because just a poor guy, but made too many mistakes here. I can't just like let him heal without myself healing. Tried to be too fancy and like finish killing him with the Radon sword, but it's okay. Yo, J-Hoy, thanks for the Twitch Prime resub for 13 months, bro. Really appreciate. By the way, guys, we're gonna oops. Like today's stream will be pretty short. Like I mostly wanted to test to see if the YouTube stream was working. You sent 2/3 of the message to your Discord. The rest will cover latency and general networking concepts. Yo, thanks, Scooby Shuffle. Really appreciate. I'm gonna like if you don't mind, I'm gonna hit you up after the stream. I mean, if you don't mind, really. Like you don't need to, but I appreciate it though. Really appreciate. Yo, Castle. Also, thanks again. Thanks again for the donation, man. Thank you so much, dude. Twitch and YouTube chat on the stream can be a problem from Twitch side. Yeah, I heard that, Doogie. Like, I heard that it's technically not allowed by TOS, but everyone does it. It's like one of those like unspoken rule that it's not allowed, but it's allowed, so to speak. A little far. I just wanted an angle, but I don't think I have an angle here. Actually, I did, but I missed it. I don't know if I hit him or... That's one down. Okay, let's just try to reach him if we have time. The delay is noticeable. Yeah, the delay between the YouTube chat is something that I actually don't know what's causing it. Yeah, I played around with the settings and it's not like a setting within my control. It's like some delay that's happening because of my third-party application that I'm using to overlay both chats. Like the Twitch chat happens instantly, but the YouTube one doesn't. But I am seeing the YouTube comments in real time because I just have, you know, the actual chat, not just the one on screen. Whoops, my fault there. They're doing a good job at covering each other. Wow, the DC, dude. That's crazy. He could have just sent me home by just entering the boss. That's fucked up, man. If DC went right next to the fog, what? Well, I mean, when he comes back, like, nothing will have happened. He'll be able to summon his friend to, like, do the boss with 3 people instead. That's... Oh, we got one. That's a headshot. Good. Very good. This guy is a smart one. How do we reach them? I'm not really familiar with that map. Here? And I don't remember that spot at all. Well, you guys didn't see anything. Where's my great cat? There it is. Ah, fuck, now we got a blue. Okay. He just likes to jump out of it. Good fight, bud. Alright guys, I'm gonna do a last one for today, you know, short stream today. I'm gonna go eat after that. Have some other things to do. But I'm happy that that the YouTube stream is working out. Like, we're gonna start doing more of those if you guys are interested. I'll be streaming on both platforms. I don't have a schedule, by the way, for those wondering. Like, I just stream when I have some free time, so. What am I gonna make? I don't know if I should answer that. It's more like... I can't wait to see what my girl is making. She's amazing. What if Bow Glitch was in Elden Ring? I mean, that would just be sad. By the way, Scooby, thank you so much for all the donations today, dude. Like, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. Alright, Chris. Or Chisk. It's time. Yeah, boy. Alright. Well, guys, gotta keep it deathless for our first YouTube stream in 6 years, you know? I usually, I stopped posting my deathless stream, but we had, like, a streak, like, a few months ago where we had, I think it was, like, 11 hours straight deathless, which is what, I think it was, like, something like, either 5 separate stream or 4, I forgot. But that was pretty good, but we never posted it because it was just more lucrative to milk that content. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming by. I really appreciate it. Thanks for all the support. Scooby Shuffle, really appreciate your support, man. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. I'm gonna check out what you sent me right after dinner, and wish you guys a happy rest of the day. Catch you guys up later. Take care, guys. Let's raid someone on Twitch. Don't know how to raid on YouTube, so you guys will just see the stream shutting off. You must update your end build? Yes, dude, that's so true, actually. My end build was not only fun to play, it was pretty good, too. Alright, well, who's on right now? Okay, we got Alluvial, Sharkbait. Got a few people. Let's raid Omi Alluvial. Alright, now I have to figure out how to close the YouTube one. Okay, let's see here. What do we have for the YouTube? I mean, I could just close stream on OBS, but I want to make sure my settings are right and everything. So that the stream does not get deleted when I close it, you know what I mean? That would be a shame. I'd have to repost it, re-upload it. Well, let's just try it like that. Alright, take care, guys. Thank you for coming by, everyone on